Hey everyone, welcome back to the SEL. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Lionel pamphlet, booklet, whatever we're going to be calling this thing. I'm not sure it's quite a catalog, but if you haven't seen it and you're seeing my video first, you'll kind of see what we're talking about here. So we'll just move on here, just the table of contents. And then you'll notice we go straight into superset. No Steam, no nothing. Now, I've heard some mixed opinions on why that is. I'm not really going to go into that here, but we'll just talk about the superset here. MSRP of 49, so really close to 5, but you get an ABBA set with one of those being a super base, the other three being powered. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars, 4 of them being sound. Says figures included, but we'll see about that. One of them is a Wi-Fi camera card, the Vista Dome car here, and then you can add 2 more 2-packs to make it a 12-car consist. The cars are 054 curve, 550 for the 2-packs, and I believe the F3s are 31 minimum curve. Yeah, 31 minimum curve, 54 for the passenger cars, length of 204 inches. That's kind of neat. But sound cars are 2 sleeper sounds, Pullman, Vista Vision Dome, Station Diner, and a lounge sounds car, and a Vision baggage. So we'll move on to the normal F3s. We have Santa Fe in the blue and yellow, Minneapolis and St. Louis, Delaware, Lackawanna, and Atlantic Coastline. Now, I do like that they've offered some of the F3s separate sale. I would have liked to have seen a war bonnet sold separately so you wouldn't have to get the set, but what can you do? Now, I am considering asking Legacy Station to do a custom run of F3s. I know they did a custom run of F7s a few years ago, but Central Georgia never had F7s, and I'd rather have a closer to prototypically accurate set. But we'll see what happens. But I do like that these seem to be, relatively considering the situation, decently priced at 13, and I've seen some pre-order prices that are below 12. So honestly, that is not bad for a pair of F3s. But we'll move on to the next one. We have a New Haven in the post-war style here. Originally it was 22, 24, 22, 42. There we have it there. And we have 2 Lionel lines, SD38s. If I had to pick one, I kind of like the normal one here, but I also like the bicentennial inspired version here. Scrolling on down to the Northern Pacific set now. If they can get the colors right on this, this will be a fantastic looking set, but we all know how Lionel lives with paint, so we'll see how that's going to go. We have some SD50s here, and again, all these are really nice colors, but we'll have to see on how accurate it's going to be. We have some SD38s here, and Cargill, Conrail, McLeod River, Elgin, Joliet, Eastern, and Detroit, Toledo, Ironton. Oh, I'll go back to the SD50s. I didn't say the names there. We have Chicago Northwestern, CSX, Hudson Bay Railway, Kansas City Southern, Lake State Railway, and UP. And go back to the other SDs really quick. And then we'll move on to the set here. Detroit Assembly Line. Get a SD38, 3 60-foot baggage, or almost baggage cars. 3 60-foot double door box cars, 50-foot flat car, and then you have 2 more down here, and a lighted Vision and that's a normal wide vision. It's not a vision line. We have more scale freight here in the 60-foot PS1s in Pennsy, B&O, Chicago Northwestern, Southern, and Santa Fe. We have more of the 60 foots here in UP, B&O, York Central Pacemaker. That'll probably sell well just because Pacemaker and Pennsy merchandise style. We also have 3 more of the Live Vision and Caboose cars, some covered hoppers and CSX, DT&I, or DT&S rather. Here, Lackawanna, Northern Pacific, NS, and MKT. We have some Line Chief 2.0 NW2s. These are inspired by the post-war version. I actually have 623 here, or maybe it was 622. I don't exactly remember because when I got it, it was a mess and had to be repainted anyway, as someone else had painted over it. But I believe mine was 623. Now, Central Georgia had some NW2s, so this might be a possibility for me that I go with one of these, but we'll have to see what happens on Friday. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. We have some 250 America stuff here with some Waffle Rose, some cars, in the Lion Chief line. Another 250 America set here. Some more stuff. Lionel lines, 250. I kind of like the color. I really like the blue on this one, but I'm not paying 160 bucks for blues. And we have notable Americans, some Lion Chief locomotives, some of the stuff that's offered in the other sets, some 440s, some Star Wars stuff, Phantom, the Stormtrooper and Darth Vader, some boss cars, and cell towers. Now, I've heard some pretty good, decent buzz about the tree cell tower here. Some people think it's kind of comical, and I think it's kind of funny too. But well, I've seen some people be pretty excited about that. But move on, and that's it. A very, very short catalog. Now, I've heard that Lionel is planning on putting out another catalog in about a month, which would be after the orders for this catalog are due. We'll see if that happens. That might be where our Steam is, and maybe some other offerings. It might make more sense for Lionel to move to the quarterly schedule, kind of like Atlas does. That way they can kind of a little more control over what they put out, allows them to space out some things a little bit, maybe helps with tariffs and things like that. I'm not exactly sure, and I'm not going to claim that I know what's going on with all that. But I am kind of excited about the F3s here, especially if it means I can get my hands on some a little bit closer to more accurate Central Georgia ones. But we all know what's coming Friday. Third Rail has put out their catalog too on Friday, and they've already announced some SD70s. Now, I have a pair of SD70s, Savannah Atlanta and New York Central, and I'll be interested to see what those come out. Like, I'm not sure if I'll order a Savannah Atlanta one just to compare, because apparently they have to have 10 orders for that heritage unit get made, and that goes for any of them. But I am very excited to see what the other offerings in that catalog are, probably more so than what was in this one. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. That was the Lionel catalog. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing and like the video if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think of the catalog below. Let me know if you're going to be getting anything. And I will see you guys on Friday for the Third Rail catalog release.